Okay, so today I'm sorting out my sheep fleece. These are some fleece that I got off a farmer about 2 miles, 3 miles away from my home. They are Welsh Mountain and Warbles, and I'm looking at them to see what there is for rugs and what there is for spinning. I'm not going to be sorting them and taking all the dirt and things like that off them. I'm taking all the muddy bits and all the pooey bits. And any big pieces of vegetable matter. But other than that, I'm just opening them out to see how big they are, to see what the colours are like, and to see what I can do with them. So I've got 4 altogether, and this one is in a really good condition. It's really nice, and I'm thinking a rug. So yeah, that's the first one. I'm trying to roll it up small so that I can store it better. And tie in all the loose bits so that I know that it's all one fleece and I know which fleece it's all come off. So this is the second one, and it's a multicoloured one. It's got lots of nice different colours in it. It's got grey, it's got gold, it's got black, it's got white, and this is a Welsh Mountain fleece. The farmer that I get them from, they seem to be really large in size, and he's happy with the price that I pay him for them. So when they're laid out, a lot of them do look like big bears, but yeah, they are off big sheep. But as you can see, I'm just taking out some of the big pieces of grass, and I'm trying to lay them out so that all the fleece is together like it would have come off the sheep. So I'm just moving the fleece about, just trying to get it in the order that it would have come off the sheep, so that again I can see what I want to do with it. As you can see in the middle there is a red spot. I can just take that off and use that for something else. But as you can see, they are beautiful fleece. They're huge, and yeah, they even look like they've got a bit of blue in them, so it may have at some point the sheep breed may have been crossed with a blue Texel to give it that multicolour that it does have. But yeah, I'm very pleased with this one. It's a wonderful colour, and it's huge. Let's just have a little closer look. You see all the different coloured tips. Very nice. Very nice indeed. I don't know what I'm going to use this one for. It seems far too nice for a rug. Maybe a piece of felt. But yeah, I don't have to decide now. But it's just good to have a good look and see what the quality of the fleece is like, and what he's given me. I've been going to this particular farmer now for about 5 years, 6 years. I used to do his garden, do gardening for him, and he's happy to let me have his fleece. So, and I'm happy to take them because they are a really good quality. They are really good fleece. So now it's time to roll this one up, and this is trying to fold all the loose bits into the middle so that they all stay with the fleece, so there's no confusion as to which fleece it's come from. As you can see, the size of it is taller than me. This fleece is about 6 foot, 6.5 foot in length. So yeah, the idea is to wrap them up as small as possible and keep them all together so that they're easier for storage. Now for the next one. This one's a lot smaller. I'm not sure what I'll do with this one. I'll probably put it into a rug. It does have some beautiful colouring in it, but as you can see, it's a lot smaller than the others for some reason. Again, it's another lovely fleece, but it's more tightly packed together, this one, and maybe a bit more bitty. But that may well be just the way it's been sheared. It may have had more taken off it in the way of pooey bits, because he does tend to send me them without the bits to poo on. I think this one is a blue texel. He doesn't know the breeds himself, but this one does look like a blue texel. Sometimes when the farmer ties them all together, he doesn't take the same kind of care to keep the fleece in one piece. But yeah, this is definitely a blue texel. These have some beautiful colours in them, but this one seemed quite grey. But this one is going to fill 2 sheep sacks in length. But as you can see, it's a really nice soft fleece, good quality. There's a little bit of black in the middle and round the edges, but there's also a lot of grey. This is my favourite part with the sheep fleece when I get them. It's just opening them out to see what I've got, because every fleece is different. And pondering and planning what I'd like to do with it. I try to keep them natural. I try not to dye them. And this one I'm picking off the red spot while I see it. I can use that for something else. This one I'm thinking I'd like to keep in one piece. Again, maybe for fabric. As you can see, it is a really, really big fleece and quite thick. But I think this is one of my favourites of what I've got in my collection at the moment. I love the smell of the lanolin as I'm sorting them, because the smell as I'm handling the fleece becomes more and more prominent. And my hands take on the oil that's in the fleece, which is also another favourite part of mine. But you can begin to see now it's being laid out, all the different colours, a lot of the different greys. And yeah, it's a really, really nice fleece. But there's so much to it and so much to lay out that I've gone out of camera shot. And yeah, it's just a really nice fleece. As you can see now, the size of it as it's on the bags. So this one is my favourite. It is the width, 2 widths and a bit of the Woolboard wool sacks. The width of the fleece is the length of the Woolboard wool sacks, and that the length of this fleece is just off 1 sheep. It is absolutely massive. I would say that the width of it is probably about 5 foot, and I would say the length is probably about 6 or 7 foot. It is absolutely huge, but I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it's not going to go into a rug, that's for sure. It's got a lot of gold, it's got a lot of grey, it's got brown. It is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, it might get spun up into a jumper at some point. But another thing I was thinking was making a massive piece of felt out of it and making an item of clothing with it, because it's just too beautiful to go into a rug. So yeah, we'll have to see. So that is my fleece sorting done for today. I've done 4, as you've seen. There was one smallish one, and then the other 3 were big ones. There's one which I would like to put into a rug. There's one that's going to somebody else, and the other one with the grey mixed colours I think is going to go into a jumper, a colourwork jumper. But this one is just too beautiful. I'd just like to leave it as it is, but I don't know whether it would felt that way. I've never tried. So yeah, I'll have to see what I do with it. But yeah, I'd like to see the colours stay as they are, because there's lots of grey and lots of gold, and then the brown, the dark brown at the top there. So yeah, one sheep. I wouldn't like to bump into the sheep that it came off in the field on a dark night. But yeah, as you can see, it's absolutely huge. So that's it for today. That's all my wool sorting done. I'm just going to tidy up and put this all away. Hope you've enjoyed the footage I did of my fleece, and I will at some point show you what I've done with them.